It's the 15th of July, and unfortunately England just fell short on the final. And congratulations to Spain. They were worthy winners and undoubtedly the best team of the tournament. So no shame in losing. We just have to get over that and move on for the next tournament. But let's get on to what we're all here for, the Lego. And let's have a look at what we've got going out today. We've got just 8 orders on Bricklink, only 57 lots, 359 items. So not an awful lot there. On Brick Owl, we've got another 5 orders. And on eBay, we've got just 1 order. Now, I have got them picked because I actually worked pretty early yesterday because of the football. Wanted to make sure that I was going to be ready in time and watch the game and not put myself under too much pressure for this morning. So we've got going out a Minecraft skeleton minifig going out on eBay. Got a little minifig and a head going out there. Some printed parts and windows. Another small parts ordered there. Lots of dark red going out here. Would be interested to know what that is for. But I guess we'll not find out unless someone's watching the video. We've got a couple of Marvel Series 2 figures there. Someone in Germany has bought the graduate minifig that sold for just over £14, which was good. Another order going out there, which is a decent little order. And then another order for parts going out. And yeah, much the same with the rest being fairly modest orders. A couple of these just came in either overnight or this morning. This one came in about 10 minutes ago. Got that packed, and that's about it. So I'm going to get those all packed up. It's gym day again, so we're off. As soon as we've packed, we'll get off and get back a little later in the morning, and we'll see what we're going to do, what we're going to start on. Probably need to get some more sorting done, so we'll work through some of that maybe. Could possibly do with getting over to the container this week and getting some more stuff, but we'll see what the day brings. I've had a couple of comments about the Brickseller Hub this morning. Somebody asking why when they go to the Brickseller Hub page and they're not logged in, that they see a whole load of listings, and then once they've logged in and created an account, they don't see any. And the reason for that is because when you sign up and log in, you're only seeing the listings for your own country. So here, I'm just seeing the listings for the UK that match my criteria. And if I were to log out, then I would see more listings. And the reason for that is just that we don't expect people to be doing, sort of cross-border purchases. But this morning, I had someone reach out to me who said that they were in Singapore wanting to buy a store in the UK and have it shipped over. Now, I challenged them on, how that would work. Most sellers, I think, including myself, would want probably someone to come and just load everything onto a van. Their response to me was that, they would consider that people could pack the store into boxes and have it picked up, and then it would go into a shared shipping container. I'm just not sure that's really practical in terms of shipping costs, etc. Or even physically doing it. I mean, if I look around, my store, how on earth would I be putting this lot into boxes? You know, I just wouldn't be prepared to do it, if I'm honest. Now, it may be that others would be if their store is small enough and maybe they've not got too many parts. For bigger stores, certainly it just would not be feasible. But I'd love to hear other people's thoughts on that. Now, I'm not saying that cross-border selling isn't something that we're considering for the future. I think initially we didn't want the complexity of people buying across borders, but it is a comment that comes up constantly. People wanting to buy from potentially larger countries that might be physically relatively close. You know, if you're in, I don't know, Belgium, for instance, and you want to buy from a store in Germany, you know, that would be possible. But, you know, it's still early days as well at the moment. So, you know, there's a limit on the number of listings, obviously, that's available anyway at the moment. We need to increase word of mouth. We need to get people, you know, potential buyers registered, and, you know, make sure that we're attracting the sellers to come on board and try and sell through the platform. You know, it was an interesting question or comment, particularly about boxing it all up and shipping, that really got me thinking this morning. I just received a little package in the post, which is a bunch of minifigs that I got from Facebook Marketplace. I'd approached the person and asked if they would be prepared to send them, and they were prepared to do that, and everything went really smoothly. They've arrived within a couple of days, and the main reason I went for these was obviously because of these classic torsos, etc., and hopefully there's enough value in them to pay me back what I paid for them, which was about £14-15, something like that, which seems a lot for a small number of minifigs possibly, but I believe and hope that I'll more than get my money back on this little lot. So I've parted out most of the figs because they were either all mixed up or not really worth anything as they were, and I've put them all into a brick store file, and it's worked out at around £45, just under. So I think that's not a bad return on my 15. One of the major things was we've got this figure here with the red on the torso, and he's worth about £7, and this torso is worth about £9. Now, if I were to swap over the other parts to this figure, then that figure becomes about £15. But then, of course, you're just left with the £2 or so for that particular torso. So I'm not sure that there's really much difference in it in either direction. So I think I'm just going to leave the torso for sale, because I'm hoping that's more likely to sell just as the torso than the figure, and then this figure hopefully will sell also. A few other things in here. The black bike was worth about £3 something. We've got a shield that's worth another getting on for £3. We've got a number of other torsos, headgear, legs, and you know, things like this. Police windscreen is worth a few pounds as well, as is the motorbike, but that has got 2 different coloured wheels, so I need to look and see if I can find a replacement wheel for that. But I need to stop because I've got a couple more orders that I need to get out in the post this afternoon, or at least I think I'm going to get them in the post. I'll see whether I'm going to have chance or not. Don't want to make a special journey if it's not going to be practical. We've got an order here for a bunch of yellow parts, and then another order, a few printed pieces in there, and a windshield and a few other bits and bobs as well. So we'll look at maybe getting those out as well while I go and pick up the granddaughter. It's Tuesday morning, and there's 3 more orders going out this morning, and the first one's a small parts order. Second one is for some large tyres and wheel hubs, etc. And the third one is this. I showed this about a week ago when I listed it on Facebook Marketplace. It didn't sell on there, nobody's bitten, so I thought yesterday I'll throw it onto eBay, and within hours it sold. I put it on for £185. Put a little video up as well as the images, and within a couple of hours I had a bid or an offer for £175, and as it happened I'd set £175 to auto accept. So the offer was automatically accepted. I had a little bit of an exchange, a couple of questions about stickers and things like that, which I was able to answer well enough. And it seems like the buyer's possibly in China, and that they're shipping it to a forwarder, looking at the address details, etc., which is fine. So it's the castle with all of the minifigs that go with it, and glad to see this go, to be quite honest with you, not just to get the money, but to clear the space and get it off my desk. Right, well, now I've got the post out of the way, I'm going to concentrate on doing a few more single sets. This is the next one up, the Eclipse Fighter 75145, and we'll crack on and see what we've got in here to get parted out. As I said last week, this is a bit tedious, if I'm honest, but I'm just trying to get a lot of sort of backlog things tidied up and get them out of the way, clear a bit of space, make sure they're added to the inventory, and it'll be a good job done. I've finished up the day with a little sort through one of the kind of minifig / accessory boxes that I have on the table, and just picked out some random things that I thought would be easy to list or worthwhile listing. Not an enormous amount of things, but gets me a quick sort of 20 quid's worth, which isn't an awful lot, but for the little time that I've put into this, 40 lots, increases a lot count, and slightly changed my philosophy on what I'm doing as well, because in the last week or so, with doing all of the individual set uploads that I've been doing each day, I've been moving away a little bit from my upload log, and I've always used the upload log in the past to record what I've uploaded each day, along with the value, with the number of lots, etc. And I graph that over time, and can look back over any month to see what I've actually uploaded. But the reality's been, I haven't really been looking back through those records, and so I'm just wondering if they're really worth the overhead. Any bookkeeping, any recording of that kind of thing that you're going to do needs to be able to pay you back for the time and effort that you're putting in. And apart from the odd cursory sort of look from time to time, or wanting to sort of see what kind of value I've uploaded for that month, I'm not sure how much benefit it's giving to me at this point in time. So I'll see how I go, but I've kind of moved away from that a little bit. And with something like this, rather than waiting, I'm just going to throw this up now. I'm just going to price it quickly, and then I'll throw it up. It'll go out today, get notified to customers, and, you know, we'll add to the lot count and potentially add to increasing some orders coming in. You know, this is something that I revisit constantly, so it's not set in stone, but that's what I'm doing at the moment. 3 orders going out on Wednesday the 17th. First up, we've got a vulture minifig, complete with wings, etc. It doesn't look much here, but that sold for $14.95. And then we've got 4 of these Super Battle Droids going out, and then we've got a nice little order for 80 something lots. Took a little while to pick some Technic stuff, lots of plates and all kinds of good stuff in there. So plan is to get these packed away, off to the gym, and then get back. And I'm going to probably work on the some Technic stuff. Got a couple of bags of Technic and the bin's full here, so I will probably sort these out. Technic's always a pain because you get stuff that's part built that needs to be broken down, lots of pins in there, so always a little fiddly to take apart, but I think that's the plan when I get back. Well, I've been working on the Technic stuff for a few hours, and I managed to list a little bit of it. Only 76 lots for about 48 quid so far. I've got quite a mess on the desk here. What I've been doing is sorting them into different categories. So we've got axles, we've got various round Technic things, which are these sort of flywheels and cogs and things like that. Obviously, we've got a tub full of pins, we've got a tub full of connectors, we've got 1x2 bricks, we've got buildable fig parts down there, and then we've got various other pots on the desk as well. So quite a mess, but it is getting on for the end of the day, and I really need to get tidied up. And so I'm going to be stopping for the day. Not sure whether I'm going to upload this or not. I think based on what I was saying yesterday, I may well do, and I'll continue with this lot probably tomorrow. There was one other thing to mention about today, and that was that I've been talking recently about parting out odd individual sets that I've got, and you know, they're never a great thing to have, really, ideally. However, I'm sort of flying in the face of my own advice today, because I've just picked these up, and just because they were super cheap, or relatively cheap, these were a few pounds each, and then this one was the Marvel one was about 18 quid. The box is all damaged, but the part out was about £80, I think, on that. So I'll probably be parting that out, I would think, unless it's worth flipping with a damaged box, possibly, but we will see. And that's something else to get to over the next couple of days. Well, it's been a better day for sales today. In fact, the various lot counts have kept me a little busier today in between doing some other jobs. What you're not seeing here is an order that is awaiting payment, but I've also picked it as well, and that was another 83 lots on top of the 241 here. And the reason I picked it already, which is something I don't normally do, is it's going off to Switzerland, and I wanted to make sure that the weight was accurate because it was going to be quite heavy. So anyway, as I say, it's been a busy day, really, or busier day for picking. I do have one thing still to pick out, which is this little Arctic fox that's going out on eBay. But other than that, we've got a cheetah minifig going out on eBay. We've got a parts order along with a Ultimate Robin set going out. And this, I think, was about 58 lots, something like that. Another little order going out there. Another one for a few minifig bits and pieces. Then another, reasonable size order in terms of lot count. And then the biggest one of the day was this one, which is 110 lots, and all of the lots were quite heavy in quantity as well. So that's the one that probably took the longest. This is the order that's going off to Switzerland, and what's making it so heavy is this ideas book. This is the Barracuda Bay set. And this weighs an absolute ton. I mean, you can see it's a really thick book there. And then there are a few other bits and bobs in there. Again, about an 80-something lot order. Even bought some of the leaflets that are listed fairly recently. And it's nice when you see these going out, as I've said many, many times, that even parts that I've been putting in from the single sets, I've been going and picking some of those. So whether that's driving any of these sales or not, they're certainly contributing to the sales. And something's changed a little bit because, the order sizes have increased at least today and maybe over the last couple of days. These are all on Bricklink, by the way, not a single order on Brickowl, but it's worth mentioning that the active carts that are shown on Brickowl have probably trebled on the store, and nobody's followed through and actually placed orders from them yet, but that's a good indication that orders are about to start arriving through Brickowl. So we'll see if that's the case. And in the meantime, I'm going to get this lot packed up. It's a late shipping day today, and I don't think we'll get any more in today, but we'll get these done. And I'm not sure what else I'm going to get done today. I had a lot of chance to get things added to the store today, with a few other things that have sort of cropped up throughout the day. But it's nice to have a better day. It's Friday morning, and we're just the 3 orders going out this morning. 2 of these are from Brickowl, so a couple have filtered through. As I mentioned yesterday, I can still see a high volume of active carts, which will be interesting to see if they turn into anything. But more of that as and when it does or does not happen. But here we've got a little order going out for a couple of parts here in bulk. 160 of those, 100 of those, 100 of those little horns there, and then a couple more small parts orders, just a bunch of plates and tiles there. So I'm going to get those packed up. They'll be off to the post office before long. And then I'll be out for an hour or hour and a half or so, and then I'll get back and I'll probably gonna crack on with the various bags of Technic stuff that I've got here. I've got some lift arms, two lists, and a bunch of other things. Not everything will get listed, of course. Still got the order here to go off to Switzerland, waiting for the buyer to finish paying. They have contacted me again. They had a slight concern about customs and things, but I think we've sorted that out. So I'll just get these packed up and get off to the post office. So I'm currently working through some more of the Technic stuff that we'd sorted out, and I'm just going through some of the hoses at the minute where I find the measuring tool very, very useful indeed, just to get the length. You can also use a tape measure, you know, or a ruler, a standard ruler, to give you the centimetre length. But a lot of the hose descriptions come in specific lengths: 10L, 33L, 18L, etc. And that's in studs, of course. Now, the good thing about the hoses is that they bring in some good value typically. So we've got a small, I think it's 10 long, this yellow hose. It's coming in at just under £5. And then we've got a really long one, 33 long, is coming in at about £3, and then a bunch of others in the sort of £1.70, and then around £1, etc. So good value in hoses. It's always interesting when you find them to see what they're worth, because sometimes they just shock you a little bit, like the yellow one that I just found there. But always good to get added to the store, both for value and variety. So the latest file's just gone up. This is a bunch of the Technic stuff that I mentioned previously, the hoses, and lots of buildable minifig, not minifig, but buildable figure related stuff. A few other bits and pieces, some of these printed discs off Millennium Falcon, for instance, and yeah, numerous other bits and pieces. 195 lots. Just uploaded it, and there was 101 new lots added to the store. And if we look and see how we're doing at the moment, we're sat at 14,613 lots going into the weekend. So the good news for me is, you know, consistently keeping it over that 14,000 mark, and approaching the 15,000 mark, if anything. You know, we've had some bigger orders going out with plenty of lots, and some of them wiping things out. So to be back at 14,600 and over is a good achievement, I think, for this week. It's been a hot day today, so I think I'm going to call it a little early. It's 10 to 5, and that's going to give me a chance to probably start thinking about this week's video and get it uploaded to YouTube, and get it ready for Sunday for you guys to see what I've been up to. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all next week.